Hey there, Corporate Misfits. Brittany Darrington here, and welcome to episode 29 of the Corporate Misfit podcast. I am so excited for today's mindset and motivation episode because we're talking about the number one mindset strategy that you need in entrepreneurship. So if you're ready to do this, I am too. Let's get right to it.
You're listening to the Corporate Misfit podcast with Brittany Darrington, where female entrepreneurs can get powerful tips and advice on how to start, launch, and grow their business.
So I am obsessed with talking about mindset because I truly believe that mindset is what's going to determine how successful or not successful you are. I truly believe that business is not complicated, but we make it complicated because we don't have the right mindset for it. And sometimes even the smartest people don't always make it in entrepreneurship because they overcomplicate things or they can't get their mind right. Entrepreneurship really requires a lot of ingredients, none of which have to do with business intelligence or even knowledge. Instead, there are a few things that you need to have in order for you to be able to be successful in entrepreneurship. So here are just a few things. You first need belief. You also need to have faith, and you need to have grit, trust, discipline, focus, clarity. You need to be able to learn from your failures. You need to be able to have personal responsibility. You need to have an element of delusion. You need to be able to visualize. You need to also have inspiration. You also need to be able to trust. You also need to think about the simplicity of things. And you need to have consistency and excellence and so much more. But there's really one thing that you really need to have if you don't have anything else in the world of entrepreneurship. And that is you need to start every single day. Every day that you wake up, entrepreneurship is not going to be exciting. Some days you're going to have days where you're like, whoa, what did I sign myself up for? Why am I doing this? Why am I taking so much time to complete this? Why is this happening to me? Or what is this situation? I can't comprehend why this is going on in my business. Why am I not making money? Why am I not where I thought I would be? And when you have those moments, it's important for you to still start each and every day. And so that is the number one thing that you are going to need in the world of entrepreneurship, because if you don't start each and every day, then you might be so close to reaching the diamonds, and then all of a sudden you give up. You're right there, but you didn't know you were that close. And so it's important for you to start each and every day, even though things might seem hard, even though you might not see the results from the progress, even though you might not be where you thought you would be in that time frame. It's important for you to get up and start every day. So if you have ever heard of Seth Godin, who is an amazing author, he talks about the walk to Cleveland. And in order for you to walk from wherever you are currently at and walk all the way to Cleveland, which for me, I'm walking from Houston, Texas, all the way to Cleveland, which is a total of 12,067 miles, and it would take me 414 hours. It requires that I make a game plan and I start each and every day. So what I might do in order to walk to Cleveland, I might start off where I walk 6 hours and then I go back to a hotel, I rest my feet, eat, take a bath, and get some sleep and get back up and do it again the next day. And I keep doing it and I keep going and going. And though I am having to take breaks along the way, though I'm having to get some rest and sleep, though I am only walking about 6 or 7 hours a day, does not mean that I'm not making progress. It doesn't mean that I'm not getting closer than I was before. It just means that I'm still in the process of getting to where I want to go. So I'm having to still get up each and every day and keep walking to Cleveland. Now, I want you to be aware of a dip, because what happens when you are walking or when you are starting in your business, sometimes when you start out, you start to see the progress happen really quickly. You start to see all this amazing stuff happen right away. You write your business plan, and then from your business plan, you launch your website. From your website, then all of a sudden you get your email list provider set up, and all this amazing stuff happens really, really quick, and you get excited about it. But then you hit a wall. The wall is where You put a lot of effort in, but then you're not yielding more results. And that is a dip that you need to be aware of. So the thing is, progress can be really tricky. It can be a really, really tricky thing because it will hide itself to see how patient you are and how bad you really want it. So you have to be aware of the dip, because the dip will occur as you are getting up and starting each and every day. Because sometimes you're not going to see the results and you're going to start to question yourself and say, whoa, I'm putting in all this effort. I've launched the website. I created my business plan. I have started my email list, but now I'm not seeing people buy my products or service. Now I'm not seeing people sign up for my email list as fast as I thought they would. Now I'm not seeing as many people come to my website as fast as I thought they would. And one thing that you have to do is just keep starting each and every day, because progress hides itself. So if I were to plant a seed in soil today and I watered it like crazy, and I gave it all the sunlight, and then I took it out of the sunlight and put it in the shade, and I was like talking to it and nurturing it and all this good stuff, what do you think my plant would look like tomorrow? Well, it would look the same. The flower would not come out, or whatever it is that I might have been planting would not just show up overnight. I would have to keep watering it. I would have to keep giving it sunlight. I'd have to keep nurturing it. And eventually, over time, you'll notice the seed blooming and forming life and showing up on the surface. It doesn't mean that it's not taking a form of life underneath the soil. It just means that it's in the process. And so in order for me to be able to see the results, I have to be able to continue to go down the process. So I want you to start planting your seeds, and I want you to keep watering what it is that you are starting each and every day. I want you to water it by nurturing it, by giving it that proper sunlight, by getting up and keep going, even though you don't see that seed on the actual top of the soil. When you don't see that seed actually forming life, I want you to keep going, because it doesn't mean that things aren't happening underneath the soil. It just means that you're going through the moments which is the progress, and you're in that process of where it is that you want to go. So as I mentioned earlier, a lot of people are so close to the diamond. And what usually happens with entrepreneurs is that we start chipping away, and we get really, really close to that diamond. Then all of a sudden, we have moments of frustration. We have moments where we want to throw our hands up and say, I quit, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. This is taking forever. I feel like I've been doing this and not getting the results that I wanted. And then we walk away when we are an inch away from the diamond. And then you know what happens? Someone else who comes over, who's like, I'm going to do this. I don't care how long it's going to take. I don't care if I have to keep doing this for years and years and not have results. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep chipping away until I reach that diamond. They get to see the results. Even though you were so close, they are the ones who get to see the results because they did not give up. So I don't want you to be like a lot of entrepreneurs who are so close, who are an inch away from the diamond, but then walk away. I want you to see the results that you are seeking, that you're going after, that you're planting your seeds for, that you're chipping at this dirt for, in order for you to see the diamond. And the only way for you to do that is to start each and every day and not give up while you are in the process, just because it doesn't yield results right away. So, entrepreneurs, start each and every day. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to always be pretty and glam. And sometimes you're going to want to throw your hands up in the air and say, I quit. But if you can get back up and keep starting, even though you know that each day you're further along than when you started, but you're not necessarily where you want to be, if you can keep going, if you can be aware of those dips that you are going to face along the way, if you can be aware of the walls that are going to take place and show up in your entrepreneurial journey, then I promise you, you will reach those diamonds. You will have that beautiful garden that you are seeking, and you will be able to reach the success that you want within your business. So start each and every day, no matter what. Okay, corporate misfits. Well, I hope that you get started. I hope that this episode has helped you. And I hope that it also motivates you to pick yourself back up, especially if you're feeling down right now about your business, or if you've been questioning if this is something that you should even be pursuing. Just know that progress hides itself, and that ultimately it wants to see how patient you are and see how bad that you really want this. So keep going and don't give up. All right. Well, I cannot wait to see you on some of our upcoming episodes, our Wednesday strategy session, and also our Friday feature. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and become a subscriber to the Corporate Misfit podcast so you can be notified of all of our upcoming episodes. And I can't wait to connect with you soon.
If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Corporate Misfit podcast, we invite you to check out the Corporate Misfit Club. The Corporate Misfit Club is the essential resource for female entrepreneurs who are looking to start or grow a business they actually love. Whether you are a seasoned entrepreneur in your startup phase or simply thinking about taking the leap into entrepreneurship, we've got your back, girl. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive members-only discount perks, and unlimited tools. We also have a supportive community of women where our members share stories, experiences, their wins, and business tips. The Corporate Misfit Club is the perfect place to be to start, launch, or grow a business. So check it out at corporatemisfitclub.com.